Today is May 8th, 2023. Yesterday and today could have been a life-changing situation for me. There's one more life-changing situation for me. My car has check engine light on. I will take it to the dealer and see what's the issue. Without a car, it would be very difficult, virtually impossible to continue on this day trading journey. I hope it's a minor issue. I pray that the cost is small. There was a fire at the Westside Drive-In. The owner walked in and found the trash can burned down to this much, where the trash can was hip high before being burnt. Apparently, the trash can that was right side by side of the grill was left on over Sunday and then Monday morning. Fortunately, there was smoke damage, and the only thing that essentially burnt was the trash can. Had the restaurant burnt down, that would have meant that I would be unemployed, essentially. So I look at it as God being merciful and being so kind. It's a mistake that occurred. I will probably get blamed for it because I was the last person who exited the building. And I mentioned this to my Catholic deacon. I said, I'm the most hated human being on earth. Look at me. My own two siblings convicted me of a felon. How much hate do you think they have towards me? How much hate do you think they have towards me? It would cause them to give me a felony, huh? So I mentioned that to my Catholic deacon. I said, I'm probably the most hated human being on earth. And the fact that I exited the after washing dishes till 12:30 a.m. Sunday morning, 12:30 a.m. because that's the way it was. And usually the last person who exits the building gets blamed. What do you do? The good thing is I went to church, and there were two nuns sitting right next to me in the same pew, the third pew from the back. And it reminded me of my aunts. My aunts, both of them, who are twins, became nuns, a Catholic nun. As I sat there throughout the Mass, I thought, oh, two nuns. What a coincidence, I thought. It's not an everyday occurrence that a Catholic nun would be celebrating Mass, a general Mass, along with the rest of the individuals. I haven't seen that occur too many times. So it could have been a incredibly difficult situation because nobody hires felons. I know. I try to deliver pizza, but as soon as they appreciated the fact that I have a college degree, I have nearly 20 years of engineering experience, and I became a principal test engineer, and I've done so many different things, and I have a driver's license, and I'm clean as a whistle, except for one thing. Having a felony criminal record does not allow the luxury of working for any company. It's hard competing with others to get a job, but having a criminal record just makes it even worse. And what could have essentially just 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 turned turned wood and a building, a Westside Drive-In, to just smoke and flames. Somehow, according to the firefighters who were there, said you were very lucky that the fire did not spread. It's a good thing I wet mopped the area before I left. I saw that the floor was greasy, like nobody mopped it at all. So I purposely just wet mopped it with soapy matter, which picked up most of the oil that was on the floor. I hope that helped out a bit. So it is truly it. I'm not feeling it at this moment. I don't feel the gravity of the situation because, on one hand, it's like day trading. In one hand, I would have like $2,000 in my account, and then the next thing, what would happen is I will be holding Boeing stock, and then the Boeing stock overnight would say there is a documentation issue. Okay. which causes Boeing to stop production of their 737s, and then it would immediately cut my account in half overnight. And then what would happen is the next day I would get into another stock, and then it would essentially erase 90% of my account for some reason. So within a period of time, that's like day trading. It's like burning up the house, burning up the restaurant somehow is essentially like blowing up, just like that. Fortunately, of course, there's insurance. However, the time between rebuilding and the start of work is essentially a very, very long time, especially for somebody who, like me, who needs to rent a space here, and every paycheck matters. Every paycheck that I make goes into self-education, into day trading. There is no amount of people who dislike people who day trade. I felt that. I felt it. I feel it. People look at it and say, "Boy, you're chasing easy money." The money that you get is through hard work. I can feel what they're saying. I can feel it. You're chasing after something that is impossible to achieve because essentially it's frowned upon by society to make money from day trading. I can see that happening. I can see it in people's eyes, and I know it. They're saying to themselves that, look, you're just wasting your time. You're just wasting your time. Why are you wasting your time? And the only couple things that are causing me to continue on this journey, the reality is there's no other option for me. The second part is there are people who make money from day trading. And however long it takes, it is a worthwhile challenge I wish to continue till my last breath. So it reminds me of how I will most likely leave this world in a form of the vassal that I am. I told on Sunday, I told a Catholic deacon to say, "Hey," he walks over to me and says, "Hey, what do you know?" What do you know? And he says, "Oh, a priest told me that God helps you move into the right direction." And I told him, "Yeah." I said to a coworker of mine, I told him this. I told him that I am essentially an empty vessel. And once Jesus Christ enter into me, then I'm somebody. And he agreed, I think. And I sat down, and then, of course, to my right, there were a couple of nuns. And um, it was rainy, so I had my umbrella inside the church. And as I was leaving, I forgot my hoodie because it was chilly. I realized, hey, my head is a little bit chilly. Oh, I forgot my beanie. So I went back, and sure enough, it was right there on the seat. And I asked one of the nuns. I asked her, "So where is Mary today?" And she says, "Oh, which one?" Um, I suppose I suppose not everybody knows the whereabouts of Mary, the Mother of God, which coincidentally was Mary's day that day on Sunday. It's Mary's Day. And so there was a small procession where these children crowned the statue of Mary with a wreath. And when I asked her, "Where's Mary today?" I would love to know where Mary is. Anyway, it's a, and I told, um, as I was washing dishes today, because it was all smoke damaged, another guy who works the day shift, who's a dishwasher as well, uh, washed dishes along with me. And I felt relieved that the building was not burnt, except for the trash can, and there was smoke damage. We were very, very lucky. The owners were very, very lucky. And I was, I was vocally cheerful. And the Catholic deacon, now his son owns the restaurant. The Catholic deacon comes over with big eyes and red eyes and asks me, "How am I doing? How am I feeling?" And I thought to myself, yeah, yeah, it must be heart-wrenching to see his pride, the thing that he built, almost go just burn to the ground. So God is truly very, very kind. He saved us. He saved us despite our sins, our mistakes. He saved us. So it was good. It was. There's a lot of dishes that need to be washed, but there was a fire. There was a serious fire, and it could have been. It could have put a lot of people out of work. Need to be more careful about it. And maybe that's why I didn't even sleep at all this weekend. Saturday night, Sunday night, didn't sleep. Uh, oh yeah, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, finally got some sleep. Maybe it was something like that was brewing. But and the fact that I had to stay till 12:30 a.m. Okay, 12:30 a.m. washing dishes. So there was a fire, and fortunately, it was just a minor issue. And I pray my car, I'm thinking to myself, having an engineering background, I'm thinking maybe there's a chip in there because my car is almost 10 years old, and these chips have some sort of they may not work for a long period of time because of external spikes that are injected into the chips, and whenever it's turned on and off, it causes wear and tear to the internal components because there's a flow of current through whatever electronic components there are, and so there's probably especially a semiconductor device with isolation between the gate and the gate and the drain and source and all that stuff. There could be some arcing that's going on. Possibly. There could be some deformities in these chips, some of these chips. Anyway, um, yeah. Today, it could have been essentially, it would have been, if, I mean, things are, even my computer has been acting up. Uh, the computer that I bought in 2016, I believe. So it's almost 7 years old. And if this computer goes, and the fact that I've spent practically every penny that I have into sustaining myself, uh, the body and the place that I sleep and the the support to train me to becoming a day trader. And um, so the computer display, it's a notebook computer. So when I open it up, it would just like create a very, very thin line where the display shrinks. So there has been some serious things going on. It's just wear and tear. So my means of livelihood almost went up in smoke. My car that transports me, I need to go have it checked. I hope it's a minor issue. My checking account is very low. The other is my computer that I use. Replacing that would take months and months. And one of my eyes gone. So now it's like I, so I'm asking myself this question: the fire, and then I'm thinking to myself, God, um, it certainly is very, very difficult getting back up. I suppose you made it difficult for me because you want me to know that it is not an easy thing. If everybody could do it, uh, the rewards would be small. But if the difficulty in climbing that ladder to becoming a consistent profitable day trader is this difficult, then the rewards are great. So I look forward to it.